I'll load the website from that. Okay, so Bipolar UK, understanding bipolar. So it starts off here with a list of objectives, which is always good to kind of let you know what you're about to do and what's going to happen. So by the end of this module, you will be able to explain what bipolar is, talk about diagnosis and the different treatments available to treat someone with bipolar, consider some of the challenges faced by those who have bipolar, and use Bipolar UK's mood scale to help you understand bipolar better and understand how to use Bipolar UK's mood tracker app. Okay, so that makes sense. That's all there. So the next part to this then, what is bipolar? So this is all about understanding bipolar, essentially, with sort of some flip charts for me to flip through. So it says bipolar is a severe mental illness characterised by changes in mood and energy. So if I click through, it says someone with bipolar can go low into an episode of depression or high into an episode of hypermania or mania. And that's, of course, what we've been hearing this week from everyone who's come on the show who have bipolar. It's kind of about balancing that kind of high and that low and trying to stay in the middle. So that makes absolute sense. Okay, so next. Right. So this is something I've really been quite keen to look at, actually, the symptoms of bipolar, because if you ask somebody what is a symptom of bipolar, the chances are, unless they have bipolar or they've maybe done what I'm doing now, they probably don't know. So Bipolar UK uses a mood scale to help people understand the condition better. Which of these moods have you experienced? So it gives you a really nice graphic on the right-hand side showing you the number 10, which is mania, which says total loss of judgment, exorbitant spending, religious delusions and hallucinations. And then on the opposite side of the scale is severe depression, which is 0, which is endless suicidal thoughts, no way out, no movement, everything is black and it will always be like this. And then, of course, you've got the grades from 0 through until 10. And in the middle, 4, 5 and 6 is green and it says balanced mood. So on to the next bit here, and like everything in life these days, there's an app for that. So the Bipolar UK Mood Tracker app. So this is the next part explaining what that is all about. The Mood Tracker app can be used in 2 ways. People who don't have a diagnosis can use an evidence-based screening tool which shows whether or not it's likely they have bipolar. If it is, they can use the app to monitor their mood and sleep patterns and then share the weekly or monthly graphs with a health professional. So this is a really good way of having something with you on your phone all the time to track your mood. And I guess it can either, as it said there, track it for you so that you know where you are, but also it can be used as evidence if you're maybe being diagnosed or going through a diagnosis for bipolar. So that's a really handy thing to know. There's some really useful information, actually, if I keep sort of scrolling through this page about diagnosis and about treatment, which actually, is really handy because if someone I work with has bipolar, these kind of things are really handy to know and understand, and it's all part of this. So there's some more bits and bobs to read through here. And then this is quite important, I think. At the bottom here, it says myths about bipolar. And it gives you 8 different cards to click on, and you click on it and you learn more. So I'll just do a couple now so that you can kind of understand what I'm doing here. So experiencing mania is fun and productive. Quite clearly a myth. So I press that and it says, while someone might be productive and have fun while they're hypermanic, experiencing mania is actually frightening. Other ones are bipolar is very rare. If I click on that, it says it's difficult to establish how many people have bipolar, but it is estimated over 1 million adults in the UK have bipolar. Okay, so I've done the pledge. The things that I've learned from doing this over the last kind of half an hour or so, I've learned what were myths, what were real. We've learned about the treatment and diagnosis and what it looks like. I've learned how to approach somebody on the subject if maybe I become friends with somebody or work with somebody with bipolar. And I've also learned how to support somebody who might have bipolar as well. So if you are interested and you want to do the same and become a bipolar ally, you can go to their website, which is bipolaruk.org, and you can make this pledge the same as I have.